The quest to own a home comes in one of two options. Either you have to build the home yourself from scratch, or you own a ready-built home. But can you imagine this? Owning a home in a city within the city. What am I talking about? This week on Tujenge, we visit two rivers, and not just the mall, but their development projects in their entirety. Imagine a place where you get to shop, as there is a mall, you get to work as there are office blocks, you get to have social amenities as there is a playground and other activities, and you also get to live as there are homes. But what is it about these homes that makes them special, makes them stand out? All this and more. I am Martin Gethenji, and this is Tujenge. Build it better. So while on our way here, even when we got the call to come to Two Rivers Mall to talk about, apartments, I got confused. Mimi ninajua Two Rivers is a mall, but now I'm standing inside an apartment and I'm like, oh, there is more to Two Rivers than just the mall. Just tell me about that.
You are right. So Two Rivers is a big development. It's 102 acres, master planned, very prime. And within the 102 acres of Two Rivers, we are aiming to create a city. A city called Two Rivers City.
Oh, nice.
That will be a city at the heart of Nairobi City. So in these Two Rivers, what we did as a first project was the Two Rivers Mall. So it is our anchor project. But we have also done all the infrastructure you need in Two Rivers. So we have also taken care of accessibility. You know, now when you want to create a city, in terms of accessibility, it can be a nightmare.
True.
So what we've done is that we are blessed that you are in between two roads. That is the Northern Bypass and the Muru Road. We also have two natural rivers within our development.
Which makes it Two Rivers.
That makes it Two Rivers. So, but Two Rivers with the time is going to be a well-planned city. To give you context, Nairobi CBD is about 250 acres. So Two Rivers is like half of Nairobi. Almost half of Nairobi CBD.
Yeah? Okay. Yes. Interesting. All right. And so far you have the mall, and what else do you have?
So the completed projects that we have
so far
is the retail mall, which is sitting on about 10 acres. We have some office blocks which are ready. We have a 3-star hotel called City Lodge Hotel. We have a bank, Victoria Commercial Bank. They have an office block here at Two Rivers.
Oh, other than the banks that are within the mall itself?
Yes. Okay. Then we have a theme park and entertainment park. We have the Big Eye, the Eye of Kenya, the Ferris wheel. We also have 4 residential projects. And where you are standing is the flagship residential project, which is ready. We just handed over this early this year. So this is called Riverbank Apartments. And we still have more residential projects in the pipeline.
You have properties for each market segment, upmarket, middle class, and affordable.
Absolutely. Yeah. What we've done is that within the 102 acres of Two Rivers, we've created districts.
Okay.
So the mall is the retail district. We have the entertainment district. We have the commercial district. We have the residential district. So in the residential district, we have segmented. So we have the upmarket, mid-market, and the low-end market. Yes. Ah, okay. Yes.
Actually, it will be a city because you have people from all walks and market segments in the same space. So this is the Riverbank Apartments that we're in.
Yes.
Currently, this is one of the units. This is a three-bedroom unit.
3-bedroom, servant quarter. All rooms comes in suites. It is 14 floors. It's just one tower of 14 floors. And the way we designed Riverbank is to make sure that when you are here at Riverbank, you get an array of a lifestyle. So when we sell to you Riverbank, we don't sell you the mortar and brick. We sell to you a lifestyle. Yes. So when we say at Riverbank, we sell you a lifestyle, and these will follow even in the other residential projects that are in the pipeline, we are saying that, yes, buy these Riverbank apartments or any other apartment that we are doing at Two Rivers, but over and above that, what do you get together with that apartment? And one of the things we've done is that we have done proper infrastructure within Two Rivers. We have, one of the infrastructure is power. So we have our in-house power substation. So what this means is that Two Rivers Power Company Limited takes care of all your power needs. And the good thing is that we also do our own generation over and above the distribution within the development.
From where?
We run a diesel power plant.
Allah.
So that means when you have a blackout inside your house, or there's a blackout in the Two Rivers, you give us 30 seconds to restore the power, maximum 30 seconds, and the power comes back even inside your apartment, not just the common areas. So the power backup covers common areas and inside the apartment.
So you still have the supply from, you know, the main grid?
From the national grid.
The national grid.
Yes.
Yeah, but then the power backup has now its own.
And we also have our own solar farm. So we also generate our own power, renewable power from the solar farm.
I have seen the solar farm on top of the mall.
On top of the mall,
Yeah.
so that's like an equivalent 10 acres of solar farm.
Wow.
Footprint.
Oh, wow.
And every other rooftop that we'll have at Two Rivers, the objective is to have it covered with solar. So we can only increase the footprint of solar energy within Two Rivers. The next one is water. So we have two natural rivers, but over and above that, we operate the largest private reverse osmosis plant in East Africa. So what we do is that we have a total of 8 boreholes in the development, and we treat this water to potable standards, such that by the time we are giving you that water into your house, is water you can drink from your tap. And the plant that we run has a daily output of 2 million liters of water per day. And that is what 40,000 typical Nairobi homes spends in a day.
Hey,
So
I'm guessing it's a home of, when you say typical, you mean at least 4 to 5 people in the house?
3 to 5 people in a house. Yes.
Hey, and that's the capacity.
That's the capacity we have installed at Two Rivers to make sure that even in the next 100 years, the water needs are taken care of. Still on water, we generate a lot of wastewater, even from the mall alone.
This is true.
And the amount of wastewater to be generated will only increase as more residential projects come to life.
Yes.
So we also run a water recycling plant.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What that means is there's no sewer line that leaves Two Rivers to go to Ruai. So we recycle all the wastewater we generate. So that's the water we use for irrigation. So even when it is hot, we can irrigate as much as we want to keep the place greenery.
Yes.
And we also use that water for firefighting. And the excess water, we use it even for construction. So we save a lot of water. We don't have to extract the boreholes for every drop of water we need.
Because I've seen a dam, you know, like a small water outlet. And I also see the water that is being used during the water show.
Yes.
Is that part of the water that is the recycled water?
So the dam you see along the courses of the rivers, that is, we create those dams to create a park around them.
Okay.
And also to make sure that people can boat ride on them for fun. We also do fish, so you can come and fish for fun. So if you've never fished in a typical river, come to Two Rivers, pay 500 shillings. We give you all the tools of work, and you can go fishing in those dams.
Interesting.
So those ones, they also help us to control the surface runoff for the sake of preventing the downstream people. Because when you build a development like Two Rivers, you generate a lot of surface runoff.
Yes.
So these dams helps to slow down the amount of water going downstream in the river. Yes. But for the dancing fountains, those ones are very sensitive. So those ones use the treated water, the same water you give people to drink. Yes. Here at Two Rivers, we say we want to create that culture of live, work, play. So when you are at Riverbank or any other residential project that you're doing at Two Rivers, you can take a walk at 11 p.m. at night, go and catch a movie at our 4DX cinema at the rooftop of the mall. You can come back to your house at 2 a.m. without needing your car. Just walk, because again, the road network within the Two Rivers development is wide enough. They are all dual roads, and you have walkways on either side, and you have street lights. So there's that convenience. You can also do your shopping and push your trolley to your house. Leave it in the parking, they'll come for it.
Interesting.
If you have young children, they can go and play in the water park, theme park.
Yeah.
You can go and enjoy the Ferris wheel.
Yes.
And come back into your house. So there's that convenience where we're saying if you are work, you don't have to go to somewhere else. We have offices here.
Yeah.
You can do your work here and still live here and also entertain here and do shopping here at Two Rivers. So there's an element of convenience.
Ideally, what a city should be able to provide.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when you mentioned recycling the wastewater, that means that the project in itself is eco-friendly. Use some of the water to do the irrigation around, but I also see there's a bit of forest cover. Munaongeza miti pia.
So what you're doing is in our master plan, we have dedicated 30% of the whole development to be greenery.
Okay.
So what that means is that every idle space, we plant something.
Interesting.
And some of the residential projects that you're doing, we're actually even creating those greenery pockets. So that as you go up the building, you're not just seeing brick and mortar, you're seeing pockets of greenery. That is in all our effort to make sure that at the end of the day, we have 30% greenery. So the forest that you see here, some of them are planned, others, we found them here, but because we are still developing, we always make sure that any hardwood tree, we preserve it at all costs. And the one that we cut down, we have an elaborate plan to compensate for that through landscaping. So at the end of the day, we want to have 30% of the 102 acres green. And this is just to make sure that we are a sustainable city and we are benchmarking some of the best mixed-use developments that have been done elsewhere in the world. And you notice this is what we are lacking in our cities. So we want to make this city very eco-friendly, and that's why we also make sure that even for the renewable energy, we want to increase that. At the moment, you're only doing 20% of the total power you use from renewable energy. We want to increase that further. For every rooftop that we have, we provide solar panels.
Okay. One of the features that I had, being mentioned as, we were having this conversation as you were coming here was that these are smart homes. What makes them smart homes?
Martin, the world is becoming very
technologically
oriented.
Yes.
So we also want to have homes where we say that in the event you want to automate some particular aspects of your home, when we are developing those houses, we make sure that we give you that capability. So it's like buying a new laptop. You choose which softwares to load into that laptop.
Yes.
It's the same thing. So when you are doing the building, we make sure that all the wiring is done, and we give you a screen where now you can come and load the softwares. And this is to make sure that, for example, if you like to open your curtain and close from your remote place through your mobile phone, you just need to go and buy that software. We have provided for you the hardware. Come and load it, have it configured. It can be integrated with your phone, and you're able to control particular aspects of your house from your phone remotely, or even here without waking up from your couch. Maybe you want to switch off the lights. You can do that. So we want to make sure that people who love technology, in future, you're not limited in what you can do with the technology in your house.
Mimi nimeingia box. Mimi nimeingia box. All right. Any other feature that we have not highlighted that you'd want to mention?
Yeah, it's good to mention that in our effort to be a sustainable city, every development, every project here, we are providing solar heated water. So in these Riverbank Apartments where we are today, every house has a solar water tank of between 200 and 300 liters. So we want to make sure that also when you come here, we bring down your cost of energy.
Electricity.
Yeah, especially for heating water.
Yes.
So at the rooftop of this building, these Riverbank buildings, is all solar panels. But now when we heat from a central location, we feed in every house. So every house has an independent solar water heating tank. And again, to make sure that you also don't need an air conditioning, especially with the Nairobi weather, we have given you very high floor to ceiling height, because we are doing at 3.3 meters.
Oh, yes.
Even if you have to jump,
yeah,
you can't touch the ceiling.
I noticed that. Very high ceilings.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also to achieve energy efficiency in the house, we are giving very big glass windows,
yes,
floor to ceiling, so to make sure that during the day, you actually don't have to switch on your
lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also the privacy, at least every room is en suite. Even the DSQ is all en suite.
Oh, nice. What about lastly, security?
If there is an element that we've spent a lot of money as Two Rivers development, is security, to make sure you get it right. And you know, Two Rivers is within the Blue Diplomatic Zone. And if you buy a house here and you're not living, you like to rent it to somebody working within the diplomatic circle and anybody else outside there. But
you have that option. You're not limiting it that if, there are some projects where they say if you buy this house, you have to be the one to live there. You're not allowed to rent it out. So here, you're not limiting it.
For us, you're not limiting. And we're even going further to make sure that we can even manage that house for you.
Oh, nice.
Post-construction. So we can look for a tenant on your behalf. We'll manage the tenant on your behalf. We'll manage the property on your behalf. So we also offer that option to make it less headache. We want our investors to have less headache when they invest with us. So for security, from a Two Rivers perspective, as you come in, you'll notice that we have detectors that are handheld. We are able to detect any explosive materials in your car without having to tell you get out of the car. We are also able to surveil your car on the bottom part using the vehicle surveillance system. We have the advanced surveillance system through the CCTV that is centralized, manned, so we're able to detect anything that is happening within the 102 acres of Two Rivers.
So the entrance into the mall
is
the same entrance into the entire Two Rivers project?
So what you have designed is that at the moment you have two access to the mall.
Yeah.
Because we don't have many residential as of now, as they become more, we have dedicated two more accesses, which will be for residents only. So we eventually have 4 access points to the Two Rivers development, but only of those 2 will be purely for residents. So one is on the Muro Road, another one is on the Northern Bypass.
So what are some of the amenities that come with having a home here? So
what you're doing is, because every residential project we are developing here, we are treating it like an independent estate. So every estate will have its own amenities. So maybe for now I can talk about Riverbank, because it's ready.
Yeah.
So Riverbank, we have provided a heated pool for adults and kids, a gym, a kids play area, and also a multi-purpose hall. A multi-purpose hall means that if you have an event, birthdays, you don't have to go and hire somewhere else.
Okay.
You can just organize with us, and you can use the space.
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Kenneth Mbai. I'm the Managing Director of Centum Real Estate.
Okay. So just give us a brief about Centum Real Estate.
Centum Real Estate is a one-stop shop for your housing needs across sub-Saharan Africa. We are developers of large-scale mixed-use developments, but primarily focused on housing. We have 4,000 units under construction. We finished 800 units and handed over to homeowners in Nairobi, Vipingo, and Uganda. We have 1,400 units under construction that we hope to hand over in the course of this year, and then start 2,000 more, put them under construction.
Right. So Two Rivers is one of Centum's biggest, or is the biggest development project?
Two Rivers is the smallest development.
It is the smallest.
It's the smallest. So we own 10,000 acres in Vipingo, and there we've developed close to 600 residential units. Two Rivers sits on 100 acres, And currently we have like 500 units, so
It's like
it's one of the smallest. Uganda, we have close to 400 acres by the shores of Lake Victoria, and close to 1,000 units are under construction.
So let's talk about Two Rivers. How long has it taken to where it is right now, and what are the future plans?
So Two Rivers started the land acquisition was done in 2010, and then a lot of market studies, master planning, change of use was done between 2010 to 2013. Then in 2014, construction of the infrastructure commenced. It's a model city that was themed or benchmarked to other global destinations. The first phase was the shopping mall and the associated infrastructure.
When was that completed?
The shopping mall was opened on Valentine's Day of 2017, so it's been operational for the last 5 years. We are now focusing on the residential node. So we finished the first phase of residential, and the second and third phase of residential under construction. We're seeing a lot of market demand. Actually, 90% of the purchasers or the investors in our residential components are looking for tenants.
What is the level of, not necessarily occupancy, but how many people have, what's the percentage of the units that have already been sold off?
So for the units that are completed and handed over, 60% is sold.
Okay.
For the units that are under construction in different segments, like the affordable segment, 95% has been sold.
Wow.
So if I'm to classify, we have high-end, we have a mid-market,
yes,
and we have the affordable market.
Yes.
So in the high-end market, which is loft apartments, these are 42 million plus shilling units.
Yes.
They are 56 in number, and of that 56, 44 are sold. Then there is Riverbank Apartments. Those are complete. There are 84 units, and 58 units are sold.
Okay.
Then we have Mzizi project, which is priced between 4 million to 10 million shillings. In that segment, everything is sold out. Actually, we have a waiting list.
What?
Yes.
Aha.
So we have 271 units under construction. We don't have any that we can sell. So we are activating phase 2 and phase 3.
So at least you can have other people coming in.
Yes, so what we've seen is a lot of market demand in the affordable market segment.
Yes.
And that affordable market segment has also a greater demand from a tenancy point. Even the units that are under construction, there is inquiries around tenancy. People asking, can we pre-rent them? Can we do our booking? So we want to grow that segment of the business. 90% of Nairobi home occupiers are tenants.
Yes.
And these are close to 1 million homes. 10% are home owner-occupier. In our own sales, 90 to 95% are investors, less than 5% is home-occupier. So there is a great demand for rental units. So we are trying to get a solution on how to, because the customer is the tenant, on how to address the tenant market. So we have various schemes. We have where you make an outright rental from our product. You can also rent from our investors who have bought in our product. And we are thinking of an additional scheme of where we could explore rent to own. So you pay some deposit. You either get mortgage, and where you don't get mortgage, your rent allows you to pay down and eventually own the home. So it's a scheme that we are putting together, and we've seen a lot of market uptake. But our primary customer for our business is the tenant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's, at this point now, the future of the Two Rivers development project?
So the future of Two Rivers is great. The demand for rental units is more than supply. And the demand for a premium product, I mean a premium product is there is water, there is power, there is security, there is a road, or if it's cable or tarmac to your home.
Social amenities.
Social amenities. the supply that is there does not necessarily provide that. So Two Rivers has already put in all those infrastructure. There is water, there is power, there is the road network you've seen. What is missing is the house. So the focus is to bring that house at a price point that is attractive to the tenant market. In the next 10 years or in the next 3 years, to try and develop 2,000 or 3,000 units within Two Rivers, and in a 10-year plan, develop 12 to 15,000 residential units. Yeah.
Any last thing that you want to add?
Just to thank you for this opportunity.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Na nilisoma, tulikuwa na kampo, mujue, nilisoma. Well, there you have it. A space that offers everyone the opportunity to be part of this ecosystem. From water, security, and power as available amenities. How can you not want to be part of this? With them providing options for people in the different segments, upmarket, middle, and affordable, this is definitely something worth going for. I'm Martin Gethenji, and this is Tujenge. Build it better.